You know Las Vegas for its shows, gambling, and bright lights. But there is so much more to the city than meets the eye.
We're like a place from the past, like Las Vegas used to be.
Discover the city of Las Vegas on YouTube.
Hey, and welcome to Down for Vegas, where we talk everything Vegas as told by segments on our YouTube channel at City of Las Vegas. I'm your host, Meredith Hall. On this show, we give you things to do from a local's perspective, along with lessons in Vegas history and behind the scenes of our departments and teams here at the city. Super exciting times this month for downtown and the city of Las Vegas. It's the grand opening of our brand new Las Vegas Civic Center featuring the Carolyn G. Goodman Plaza. And can confirm it really is going to be grand. We took a behind the scenes tour of the complex while it was still under construction. Check it out. It's been under construction for over 2 years, and now the brand new Las Vegas Civic Center is getting ready to open its doors. Come along with us for a first look inside this massive project that has changed the downtown skyline. It's a $180 million project that totals 273,000 square feet between 2 buildings and a pavilion. The completion of Las Vegas Civic Center is going to bring the majority of city services to this one central location, making a one-stop shop for all of your local government needs.
At the City of Las Vegas, you can live, work, and play here. That's what we want to bring to this campus located on Main and Bonneville.
Low-key, I'm just trying to stake a claim on one of these offices. The project completes the entire campus for the City of Las Vegas, tying together City Hall, Municipal Court, the parking garage, and now Las Vegas Civic Center buildings A and B, and the plaza.
And you can tell by the architecture, the way the buildings were designed, the color scheme, they all complement each other. It was very intentional.
Building A will house City of Las Vegas services and employees, with floors 4 and 5 being left open for future expansion. If you want to apply for a job, Human Resources will be located on the 2nd floor. If you want to rent a park or community center or apply for a special event permit, the Parks, Rec, and Special Events team will also be here in Building A. This team will also be responsible for programming events in the all-new Carolyn G. Goodman Plaza at Civic Center, but more on that in a bit. The space in Building B will be leased out to outside organizations with Vegas Chambers and Workforce Connections already signed on. On street level, there will be 2 new restaurants, one in each building, bringing new dining options to this area of downtown. First on our tour, we checked out the new public meeting room. A smaller version of council chambers in City Hall, this room is appropriately nicknamed Mini Chambers. This space can seat up to 100 people, and that seating is portable, so you can bring in as many chairs as you need for your meeting.
And you can also leave it open if you want to have an event here that is a little different than just sitting down.
The tech isn't put in quite yet, but when it's done, back here will be all touchscreen for the voting members to sit and vote. Are you ready to go to the next spot?
Come on, let's go.
All right, let's do it. So now we're headed into the public art gallery.
Yes, this is amazing. This is also in Building A.
The lighting is gorgeous.
The lighting is gorgeous. This is a free gallery for all our community and our residents and city employees.
And it'll feature rotating exhibits. Some cool things about this space? The ceiling lights are on track so that they can be moved and pointed at specific fixtures. Even outside of this gallery, public art is going to play a huge role in the Civic Center complex, including pieces both inside and outside. In the plaza, there will be 2 art fixtures. One is in between the gallery and the Building A lobby.
This art piece is called The Night We Met, and it's based on the song Be My Baby by the Ronettes. But what's really cool about it is that the art element takes a replica of the bricks that were used at the Circus and the Caesars Palace Hotel and Casino.
Not only is it going to be an art piece, there's going to be a history tied to it too.
Absolutely. The second art piece is right in the center of the plaza. It is a very iconic piece. It's called Harmonic Ascension, and you'll be able to see that art piece next summer in 2026.
Of course, these new buildings also come with some great views. There's a rooftop patio on top of Building A+. So we're on the 2nd floor balcony right now, and wow, look at that view.
I highly recommend city employees to actually use this space whenever there's something going on here, because they have front row center seats to the live action.
Yeah, this is the front row seat right here.
This is it right here. Wow. When that first show starts, Meredith, I think we're going to be right here.
I'll see you here.
Yes. We'll have to replay the tape and say, see? We said we were going to do it, and here we are.
And here we are. From the balcony to the plaza. I think this might be some of the greenest grass I've ever seen in Las Vegas.
Yes, our Parks and Recs team, they take so much care for all our park facilities, and this one is especially important to the city.
I can imagine just putting a blanket down here and sitting and watching whatever performance is going to be put on in this amphitheater. Some things you can look forward to in the plaza are plays, concerts, movies, farmers markets, and so much more. In the summer, they'll host events in the evening, but for the rest of the year, they'll be able to have events any time of day. With fall coming around, it's starting to be the perfect time to get outside. And what better way to bring in the season than by picking your own fresh produce? We stopped by this local Las Vegas staple to check out the season's offerings. We're here at Gilcrease Orchard in the northwest part of the valley, where you can pick your own fresh produce. Come along with us and we're gonna show you everything they have to offer for the whole family. Toto, I've got a feeling we're not in Vegas anymore. Or however that line went. They said it won't hurt me, but it's a big bug. But actually, we are in Vegas. I may be wearing overalls, but I for sure was out of my element. 60 acres is a lot of ground to cover on foot, and we could have spent hours wandering the property by ourselves. Instead, we had our own tour guide, Leticia, to show us around the orchard and educate us on what was what. First stop for us. Ooh, there's peaches on those trees. I had never picked fruit off the tree and eaten it before, but there was a first time for everything.
But honestly, it is right off. Best peaches in the world.
That was a high bar to set, and Leticia showed me how to pick the perfect peach. Oh, it came right off.
Yeah, it's ready to go.
Should I like rinse? Should I just?
We don't spray. We do not spray our trees.
Okay.
Insecticide at all.
Of course, I knew the fruit was going to be good, but I didn't expect to have this reaction to it. Oh my God. That's so good. I fully regret not grabbing something to carry more in. That was the best peach I have ever had, that's for sure. This is the difference between this and like a store-bought peach. Like, it's just insane. At this point, you might be thinking, all this in the desert? It might seem kind of crazy, but it's actually a common misconception that crops can't grow in the desert. Not only does Gilcrease want to show people that it's possible, but also that it can be done at home too. But how did all this get here? The desert still seems like an unlikely place. It all started with two brothers' dream. Ted and Bill Gilcrease wanted to create a place where their families could come and get a taste of the farm life the brothers grew up with. Ted and Bill's parents moved them there in the 1920s to start a farm. Over the years, they raised chickens and turkeys and sold to the townsfolk and military base. They grew alfalfa and other crops and at one point owned 1,500 acres. In 1977, they turned it into an orchard. Fast forward to today, it remains a Las Vegas staple. Every season is different at the orchard. Things can even change week to week depending on the crop's yield, what's ripe, and what the orchard happens to be growing that season. On our visit, we happened to see some zucchini, cucumbers, and squash. In the spring, there's apricots and carrots. In the summer, there's peaches, and in the fall, there's apples, pomegranates, and of course, pumpkins. Ah, those are beautiful. The white pumpkins. At the time we came, the pumpkins weren't quite ready for picking just yet, but we got to see a special treat. Oh, it's a big orange pumpkin. Perhaps the orchard might be most known for their busy fall season where you can pick these pumpkins straight off the vine. During their fall harvest festival, the kids can have fun taking part in hay wagon rides and finding their way through the hay and corn mazes. And of course, you can try their famous homemade apple cider juice and donuts. Other things to see are their chicken coop, desert tortoise habitat, and a bee exhibit where the farm creates their own fresh honey from. While this is a super fun place to come visit, Gilcrease's main goal is to educate both the public and children about where their food comes from. They even host field trips and lots of fun activities for the kids. To cap things off on our visit, of course, I had to take advantage of the many photo ops out here for the gram. It's definitely a great spot to come on an outing with your friends, family, or significant other and take plenty of photos together. If you do come out here, the advice Mark Rubin, the director of the orchard, gave us is to put on sunscreen, bring water, and wear good shoes and a hat. The orchard is open Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. During the fall harvest, they also open on Sundays and the hours extend to 2 p.m. to keep up with the extreme popular seasonal demands. If you think you may be as clueless as we would have been getting around, they do have an app that shows you exactly where in the orchard the ready-to-pick produce is. Though the Gilcrease brothers aren't here anymore, the orchard remains what they envisioned it to be. They wanted their legacy to be remembered by people continuing to visit and enjoy the orchard. As Bill Gilcrease once said, "We built the orchard with the intention it would be around for a very long time, and it's not going anywhere anytime soon."
It's really the only farm of any size in town. And so if you want to get out in nature and see where your food comes from, this is it.
Coming up next on Down for Vegas, with Halloween right around the corner, we're getting spooky. Or maybe just spooked. You don't want to miss this. We're checking out the brand new Universal Horror Unleashed at Area 15. Then we're paying visit to our Las Vegas ancestors. Literally. See what I mean? Up next.
You think you've had a bad ride-share experience? Even the worst ride-share would be better than one of ours. But if you drive after drinking or consuming cannabis, this is the ride you're gonna get. Plan a ride, or law enforcement will pick you up. But at least you won't need to tip your driver. 0 fatalities. Lives are on the line. Paid for by the Nevada Departments of Public Safety and Transportation.
I don't remember how it started.
What's that?
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
Welcome back. You can add this one to your list of new things to do in Las Vegas. Area 15 just keeps getting bigger and better. They recently had their official ribbon cutting for Zone 2. Included in that Zone 2, the highly anticipated year-round haunt, Universal Horror Unleashed.
Mind telling you to be careful.
Enter if you dare. It's about to be Halloween all year round in Las Vegas. We're taking a look inside the all-new Universal Horror Unleashed. Stay close, it's about to get pretty spooky. Let's go. This year-round haunt is bringing all of your favorite movie monsters to life in 4 different haunted houses. There's the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Scarecrow the Reaping, The Exorcist Believer, and Universal Monsters. Our first haunted house, Scarecrow the Reaping. This one is an original story taking place in the Dust Bowl era of the 1930s. Just beware of the bloodthirsty scarecrows. They said it was going to be a super peaceful walk through the park. It's not. Can confirm it's not. Only one haunted house in and my voice is already going. So next up, we're going to go into The Exorcist Believer. And oh my God. I don't think that bodes well for me in this haunted house. In a partnership with Blumhouse, this one is based on one of the most terrifying installments of the iconic film franchise. And terrifying is definitely one way to describe this one. Experience what seemed to me like an actual exorcism. The attention to detail in all of these houses is insane, but this one especially went crazy. This looks really safe. I'm gonna sneak by. Don't have to tell me twice. Aside from the haunted houses, there is so much to see and do in the main warehouse area as well. This show in Jack's Alley is giving Cirque du Soleil meets Evil Carnival horror movie. I even got to be an accomplice to Jack the Clown and his sidekick Chance in their super fun game called Stay or Slay. And slay we did.
Slay! 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 Slay!
Well, that one was definitely not on my bingo card for today. I didn't think I would be an accomplice to murder. Slay. You know there's going to be tons of Easter eggs all around this space for horror fans to find. Plus, each house has a themed entertainment area outside of them, complete with actors roaming about performing interactive scenes. I think it's time to go. Let's go. Outside of Texas Chainsaw, we ran into this super nice tour guide.
Haven't seen you around here before. Oh, it's the mask. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Bathrooms appear to be over there. Be careful though. I see people go in but not really come out. And they say the first mistake is trusting the wrong person, but really the first mistake is thinking you can trust anyone at all.
Let's go straight into the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
I got no daggers. A taxi.
Seems super safe, am I right?
You guys want to stay and have some dinner?
This one brings to life the 1974 horror hit where you come face to face with Leatherface himself and every member of his deranged family. That chainsaw got us every time. Not only are there vampires literally flying around outside of Universal Monsters, we got to meet the actual queen of the vampires herself.
State your business and I will decide what's man.
Those who walk these halls without my allegiance tread a perilous path indeed.
And not only did Her Majesty let us go with our lives, but we also got a photo with her.
Yes, I tire of this. Yes, be gone.
Thank you for your time.
We did run out of time before we could do the Universal Monsters house, but that just means we'll have to come back, right? You really can have a whole outing here at Horror Unleashed because along with the haunted houses and live entertainment, there's also 2 themed bars and restaurants you can check out too. And you know these drinks and this food are going to be very on brand for even the bloodthirstiest of patrons. Will you make it out alive? With spooky season being upon us, we're digging into an eerie aspect of Las Vegas history. We're looking into the prominent Las Vegas figures that are buried in the oldest cemetery in Las Vegas, Woodlawn Cemetery. It's a historic part of town you may not want to think about. We're at the oldest cemetery in Las Vegas. For many of the pioneers that shaped this town's history, this is their final resting place. If you're a Las Vegas local, you're probably very familiar with names like Stewart, Harmon, Lewis, Clark, and even Henderson. These, along with many others, are namesakes for some of our streets, schools, and parks. A lot of them are buried here at Woodlawn Cemetery. Established in 1914 at 10 acres of land, it is now 40 acres and sits on both the National and Las Vegas Register of Historic Places. To learn more about the fathers and mothers of Las Vegas history, we met up with Amy Raymer of the Nevada Preservation Foundation. Predating the official founding of Las Vegas, the railroad bought up land in the area. Despite the harsh desert climate, there was groundwater, making it possible to set up town and power steam locomotives. Railroad officials laid out a city grid in the location that today is downtown Las Vegas, with the train depot being where the Plaza Hotel is now. They auctioned off land, and with that, Las Vegas became a town in 1905. Essentials of life in modern civilization took root, and in 1914, an essential of death in modern civilization was founded, a cemetery. Several local women, including Helen J. Stewart, a prominent figure in the community and often referred to as the First Lady of Las Vegas, convinced the railroad to donate 10 acres of land to the city for a cemetery. With that, Woodlawn was born.
Once Woodlawn opened, really everybody who is anybody wanted to be buried here at Woodlawn. And everybody who is everybody is buried here at Woodlawn.
One of those anybodies? J.T. McWilliams, the surveyor and civil engineer tasked with designing the cemetery. Although McWilliams may be more well known for plotting out the original Las Vegas town site in 1904, this site was on the other side of the railroad tracks and today is the historic west side. Due to the power of the railroad, McWilliams' town site did not become the town center like he had hoped. But McWilliams still made Las Vegas his home and continued being an influential figure in this town that he loved. Also buried in Woodlawn,
this is the final resting place of Walter Bracken.
Bracken was J.T. McWilliams' lifelong rival.
Even in death, they can't kind of get away from each other.
As with McWilliams, Bracken was in Las Vegas from the start, but on the side working with the railroad. He was brought to town by U.S. Senator William Clark to set up the town and businesses surrounding the railroad. Along with that, he was also Las Vegas's first postmaster. One of the plots in Woodlawn that may hold one of the most interesting stories is of 2 Civil War veterans who fought on opposing sides. William Keith and Joseph Graham moved to Las Vegas after the war.
After the Civil War, Las Vegas and Nevada were battle-born. We were brought in during the Civil War. It's interesting that they came out here really for kind of a fresh start, right? The West was this whole new area.
The pair met here and quickly became best friends, so much so that it was decided that they would be buried next to one another. It has been said that this is the only place west of the Mississippi where you'll find a Union and Confederate soldier purposefully buried next to one another. The monument next to their grave is dedicated to all Civil War veterans in southern Nevada.
Here we have the Bench of the Unknown Souls.
In the beginning of the cemetery's history, African Americans did not get to choose where they were buried. Management would decide for them.
So in 1939, the African American community rallied to have a particular section of Woodlawn that they would know, where their kin was being buried.
The bench is not only to honor the African Americans who passed away and are buried in this section, but also those unnamed bodies that were found outside of the cemetery's perimeter during road construction. In 1971, when Owens Avenue was widened, 8 bodies were found. Those unknown souls have since been reinterred into the cemetery and given proper burials.
So the next grave I want to show you is an interesting one, and it's kind of a mystery. So here we have the final resting place of Mike Landers.
This is the final resting place of Mike Landers. This is not a name you would have known before. So who is Mike Landers? He was a high scaler who died constructing the Hoover Dam. Dam workers passing away on the job was not unusual. In fact, at least 96 people died building the Hoover Dam. The majority of these people, though, were buried in Boulder City. Makes sense. So, why is Mike Landers buried 30 miles away? That question remains a mystery.
But just kind of a curious thing. Just don't know why he's here or who thought enough of him to go through all that.
It's a curious thing to have a fascination with a cemetery, but for Amy, it's a fascination with history, and this cemetery just happens to be a place that ties it all together.
And to be able to come out here to Woodlawn and just find so many of the people who have made this community, it's just the ultimate connection to Las Vegas.
Don't turn away. On the other side of this break, we're taking to the sky to bring you inside of our community centers. Stay with us.
Hey, must be super fun to ride that bike.
It's awesome to go so fast, you blow past every other car on the road. You know what wouldn't be so awesome? You getting killed going too fast.
If you won't listen to anyone else, at least listen to you. Save yourself. Ride safe. Paid for by the Nevada Departments of Public Safety and Transportation.
Ever dream of being in the movies? Why not bring the movies to you?
And cut! Coffee. That was good. We're going to have to go 10 more times.
Become a filming location today. Register your home and/or business at nevadafilm.com.
If anybody needs me, I'll be in my trailer.
There's a place to share gossip about the office party fun, and a place to share the story you tell everyone. There's a place to share a laugh about when things went wrong, and a place to share the video of you dancing to your song. There's a place to share spare change, lunch, and your time. But we could all be better at sharing how we're feeling inside. 76% of employees have struggled with at least one issue that affected their mental health. When you share, you're not alone.
Welcome back. Closing out here on Down for Vegas, we're going to leave you with a fly-through tour of a couple of our community centers. From youth to seniors, these centers have something for everyone, all for an affordable cost right in your neighborhood. But you can see for yourself. As always, all of these videos and so much more can be found at lasvegasnevada.gov/connect, where you can watch, stream, and read everything you need to know about the city of Las Vegas. And as I say on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Bye.